Sight to your face, nigga, like them AIDS is out. How these dudes talking about they wanna pull downtown Goonsdale. Bruiser had managed to get a couple of SDU soldiers and a helicopter and tried to make his way over to Mayor Graham. He was shocked when he had seen city buildings literally have arms and legs and moving as if they were human beings. When Mayor Graham's building was in sight, Bruiser said to the soldiers, "All right, we're going to drop in one by one. I'm only taking 2 of you with me." "Sir, how are we going to extract Mayor Graham out of the building?" "Have to have a standby on the ground." Before Bruiser could finish, a huge hand from one of the buildings came, smacking the helicopter out of the air. Mayday, mayday, mayday. The helicopter spun out of control, and Bruiser only had one chance to jump off of it. The helicopter spun close enough to the building, and Bruiser jumped off. Bruiser went flying through one of the windows in the building and landed on one of the floors inside of it. He got up and brushed himself off. "Those are some good men I just lost. Where the fuck is Graham?" Bruiser took out his phone and turned it sideways, making a hologram of the building. Red dot showed Mayor Graham's location. But as Bruiser got ready to go get Mayor Graham, he looked behind him outside the window and seen that a building was coming straight for them, making a fist to punch it. Holy shit. Somebody's actually controlling these motherfuckers! A huge punch from the other building made the building collapse in the middle, right where Bruiser was. As the building collapsed around Bruiser, he had accepted his fate. There was nothing he could do. Well, I had a good run. A huge piece of the building fell and was coming down straight on Bruiser. Bruiser closed his eyes for a second, but when he opened them, "Come on, get from under the goddamn rock, you son of a bitch. You're a THC manipulator." Isolated city, marketplace. Weedlow laid on the ground after the huge explosion Kush just caused with his THC energy. Alright, that was cute. Cute enough to grab. Trainwreck's chains went flying at Weedlow. Weedlow caught one of the chains, but 2 wrapped around his arms. Weedlow broke the chain that was in his hand and tried to pull the chains that was on his arm. Don't force it. You'll only make it worse. Chain adaption. Chain, what the fuck? Chains that was wrapped around Weedlow's arm started to grow spikes and puncture his skin. Weedlow took a huge hit of his blunt. Trainwreck seen this and yanked one of his arms, pulling the shoulder out of its socket. Ah! What's wrong, Weedlow? Never fought anyone on this level before. How pitiful. Y'all gotta be out of your fucking minds. Chains on Weedlow's arms broke. Smoke now was starting to come from his nose and his eyes. Weedlow thought to himself, "I'm gonna put my shoulder back in my socket. I can't take these kids lightly." Weedlow tried to dash forward to attack. Noticed he couldn't move. Looked down and there was chains wrapped around his stomach and his legs. How didn't I see that or feel that? Let me explain to you a little trick I've learned in my pastime. The spikes that punctured your skin were poison. You may have an infinite blunt, but you still have a THC flow. Right now, you're paralyzed. Oh, that would explain it. Well, since you can't move, let's see if I can't get that blunt out of your mouth. He took out another blunt and hit it till it was down to a roach, and then threw it. His arm glowed bright red as he walked over to Weedlow. "You could do something now, but I'm telling you when I get out." Kush stood in front of Weedlow and stuck his hand out, and hundreds of tiny red balls came, forming around Weedlow. Before Kush snapped his fingers, he looked at Weedlow and said, "Hey, Gigi sends his regards." The explosion from Kush's THC energy leveled the whole floor that they were on. Slowly, the building started to put itself back together. And the floor that Kush, Trainwreck, and Weedlow was on repaired itself. Trainwreck and Kush waited for the smoke to clear. To their surprise, when it did, Weedlow wasn't standing there anymore. Possible. He was paralyzed. Paralyzed, I just blew him to hell. Trainwreck and Kush looked behind them, and Weedlow was there, like a zombie. "Did you say Gigi?" This is the best episode. I don't give a fuck. No, I say, yo, this is your boy, Dar Universe, and this has been another exciting episode of Weedlow. Please like, share, and follow. This is the best episode so far. I don't care what nobody say.